Okay, hello. Welcome to my second recording because after the first one there were so many questions and a lot of overlap of the same question that I just figured it'd be easier to just make a video and just answer all the questions at once. So, eat that frog. This is a question and answer follow-up to my previous presentation. So let's get started. So thank you, first of all, everyone. The responses were really good. Questions were amazing. A lot of them made me think really hard, and I had to do some extra research, so that was good to try and find these answers. So, first question that was most frequently asked is, what can I do to feel motivated to get that task done first? So once you've identified the frog, how can you feel motivated to get it done first? Okay. So here are the top tips that I have for getting and staying motivated. The first one is to just begin. Start somewhere or anywhere. Doesn't really matter what you do, just begin somewhere. The next one is to set goals that inspire you to accomplish your tasks. So just pick something to get started on, set goals to help you get to where you're trying to go. Then break the goals down into even smaller pieces. So if you have a goal to finish a book, read 10 minutes of it, or just every once a day. Read 10 minutes of your book once a day. And that breaks it up into manageable sections. You can sit down, think, oh, I have 10 minutes right here. I can read these 10 minutes worth of a book. And don't underestimate the power of those 10-minute segments. That is one of the key points that I want to point out here, is that the little pieces add up. So break it down into manageable sections. Then notice and reward yourself along the way as you improve. When you've been doing 10-minute sections for a while and you finish the book, reward yourself. Watch a movie to go along with the book, or just have some ice cream. Do something. Reward yourself, because you're getting better at getting and staying motivated. The last thing you can do, there's a lot of things you can do. The last thing I'm going to talk about is talking to people. So tell them about it so that they can help you stay on task, and they can also help hold you accountable, which I think that's really important for some people, is to stay accountable to someone. I know that I practice the piano better when I have someone that I'm trying to stay accountable to, and I'm working on being accountable to myself. So talking to people and getting help staying accountable and staying on task, that can be very beneficial. Next question is, what are some of the best prioritizing methods? And I thought this was a fabulous question. The one that I know the most about right now is the ABC method. So in order to follow the ABC method, there's just a few steps, and it's super simple and really easy. Anyone can do it. The first thing you need to do is break up your tasks on a piece of paper. I would recommend a to-do list. There's been a lot of research done, and the most successful people in the world have to-do lists. So make your to-do list the night before, like I talked about in my other video. Make it the night before or in the morning when you're eating breakfast. Either way, have that list of what you want to get done that day, what you need to get done that day. So once you have them all written down, divide them into 3 categories. And they don't have to be written out in these categories. Just write what you need to get done, and then decide you can write the letters. So divide them into must do, label that with an A, should do, label it with a B, nice to do, label it with a C, and then as you go through your day, do them in order of the letters, A, B, and C. So if you need to get something done, do an A. If you want to get something done that is also going to be a little more pressing, then it's a B. And if it's just something you really want to do but don't necessarily have to do, that's a C. So that's just something good to keep in mind. Okay, what if I am not able to finish my big task, but I am still stressed about it? This was an amazing question. So, thank you. You know who asked this question. If you're the one who asked this question, I love this question. Okay, if you are still stressed about it and you are still not finished, the best thing you can do is to just get as much of your other things done as possible. So, like I mentioned earlier, the most successful people make and use daily to-do lists. Another part is to do short tasks immediately. Completing something will just free your mind, and it'll help you be able to think and plan, and you're also going to feel amazing, so you'll be more motivated to keep going. One key point here though, doing something immediately doesn't necessarily mean that you drop whatever you're doing to respond to an email or answer a Facebook post. That doesn't mean you drop what you're doing for that. If you are in the middle of doing a project and you stop doing it for just one little second to try and to just respond to someone's text message really fast or answer a Facebook post, then it will take you 20 minutes to get back to where you were before you got distracted. So that's something to keep in mind. Do you have 20 minutes to recommit yourself to it? It reminds me of a quote: if you don't have time to do it right the first time, when are you going to have time to do it right the second time? So something good to keep in mind. There you go. Schedule daily blocks of time to work on the harder or bigger projects. But over time, you have gotten a lot more done. So if you do have a really big book to read, like, I don't know, if you want to read the dictionary, I know people who've read the dictionary before. If your goal is to read the entire dictionary, then schedule 10 or 15 minutes every day and keep at it. Dedicate yourself to it. That is you cannot do anything until you do that. Something else you can do is while you're brushing your teeth, you can read it. That's 2 minutes. If you have an electric toothbrush, it helps. But 2 minutes, and you just sit there, you brush your teeth, and you read. It's super easy. I have done that while reading the dictionary, actually. Long story. But anyways, very easy. So, getting as much of your other stuff done, if you're not able to finish a big project, then getting as much of the other little stuff done as possible is going to help you immensely. Next one is really hard to answer. I had to talk to people about this one. I had to research this one, and not very many people have answered this question, which is surprising to me because I got asked it at least 5 times. How do you identify the biggest and worst frog when you have a lot of them? That is a fabulous question of the year. Depends on the frogs. That's what I have concluded. So, we broke it into steps here. If you have one or more things to do and you're having a lot of trouble deciding which one is the worst, then try and look at the timing of each one. So, which one is needed sooner, what's most relevant at the moment, and what makes the most sense to complete right now. This can, if it's not a frog that really has a time thing, it's just more of, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, then my advice would be to just pick one of them and dedicate yourself completely to it until you have finished. If the timing doesn't matter, just pick one and do it till you're done. And don't get distracted. Hold to that and live, breathe, eat, sleep it, whatever you need to do. Don't stop working with it until you're finished. So, I hope that this helped answer your questions. Sorry this was kind of a long video, I think I talked a lot, but I hope it helped. So thank you and have the best day of your life. Goodbye.